Welcome back to the Cricket Wireless 2020-21 SWAC Women's Virtual Media Day. I'm your host, James Red. We move over to the state of Louisiana, to North Louisiana, Grambling State University. We're joined now by head coach Freddie Murray. And coach, thank you for joining us. And first things first, how difficult has it been to adjust with all of the COVID-19 restrictions?
It's been a constant struggle. I'm not gonna lie. When our players left here when the season ended back in the spring, they left in March and they didn't return back until sometime in August and September. So we missed the off season, we missed the summer workout, and we started late once they got back because of all of the restrictions that we had to work around. But for the most part, we're getting them back on track and we're getting ready for the season.
How does this change your coaching style with the new restrictions, the way that you have to work players out separately and go, in less, lack of a better term, slowly?
Well, it doesn't change it much because originally in preseason, we used to work out with groups before they NCAA started giving us more leeway to do more with team. So we've been working out with groups to start out, which is kind of plays into a lot of the COVID guidelines that we have in place. I think having to wear the mask every day in workouts and weights and conditioning and skill development work has been a huge adjustment. And just trying to, get players back on their feet again after being gone for so long has been an adjustment. But we're working through it, and with the delayed season, it's given us a couple of extra weeks to kind of prepare, and we're going to take advantage of it.
What will be the one thing offensively that you'll hang your hat on? Do you want to be an inside-out team? Do you want to be a team that shares the basketball? What can we see from you offensively?
Probably a lot of we have a lot of depth this year. We'll be able to play inside as well as out. We share the ball pretty well. We have a different brand of basketball. I think that we play that differs for some of the teams that's in our conference. But I think we'll be able to get back to that type of ball that we've been accustomed to playing, pushing it and looking to play good defense.
How have your players mentally responded to the fact that you were really on top of the mountain for a number of years, you fell off, and now you're trying to get back there? Do you think they're mentally locked in order to climb the mountain once again?
Yeah, they're more locked in now than they were last year, even with the new addition of players that actually we brought in. I think everybody knew that what type of caliber team this was, what type of program we had developed. And so the players that we brought in are eager to come in and mix with the players that we have coming back. And it's going to make for a great brand of basketball and a very competitive season this year.
When let's step away from the court. A lot of things have been going on as far as social justice. How important is it for your young ladies to vote, and how much do you talk to them about, using their right and voting?
Yeah, we talk about it a lot. One thing about most HBCUs is we stay on top of the pulse of what's going on across the world and across the country. So it's not nothing that's strange for us because we deal with this on a day-to-day basis. But all of our players have registered to vote. That's something that we want to really strive to get them to do once they got back on campus. And we're looking forward to really making an impact on this coming election in November.
In order to see the change in a more positive record than what you had last season, what will be the keys to the Lady Tigers getting that trophy in March?
Well, there were a lot of games that we should have won. Our record didn't really depict how our season went. We lost a lot of games under 5 points. We lost a lot of games under 20 seconds. And so it really didn't show in our record, but it showed as the season progressed that we were getting better as a basketball team. Again, when you lose 90% of your production, you come in and you don't have but 3 players that ever played at the Division I level play. You got to kind of live with the mistakes that actually happens. And so we really feel like we're going to be able to build off of that. They came in with a great mindset, with a great work ethic to want to get better, to want to join together and get things back to where it once was.
Have any of the young ladies expressed to you that they went out and did some protest or some community activism in support of social justice?
Yes, a few of our ladies did participate in their various cities, along with my assistant coach, Coach Sarah Diaz, who lives in New York, where a lot of things were really transpiring up in that area. She took part in a lot of different things there as well, and we encourage it. Like I said, they did have some here in Ruston, but nobody was on campus, and so some of the coaches took part in that. And like I said, I know if people were back on campus, it would have been a lot more going on here from our students. But they're plugged in; they know what's going on. This isn't nothing new that we're dealing with, and so we just want to let our voices be heard and just hopefully try to be a part of that change that we're trying to see happen.
Coach, thank you so very much for joining us. Good luck to you this season.
All right, we're joined now by Justice Coleman. Justice, first of all, how difficult has it been to try to find some normacy in the midst of COVID-19?
It's very hard. Means that we can't, work out together all the time, and you gotta find time to work out at different times and get stuff going. But we're finding a way to get through it, and as a team, we all gonna just push and whatever comes with it. Because it's honestly just a blessing for us to be playing right now. Because a lot of sports got pushed back to the spring, so we're honored just to be able to go ahead and play in November. So we're gonna do whatever it takes and whatever comes with it. We're just gonna roll with the punches.
I hear you. During the off season, with all of the Zoom calls and things of that nature, have the Tigers been able to get closer together and more cohesive as a unit?
Yes, sir. We're still close as a team. We are finding, because we can't really be around other people. So it's just us closed in. We'll do little things to where we have movie night and stuff like that just to build that bond and get everybody comfortable. But we're still bonding and getting everything going.
What did you do during the off season to improve your game?
During the off season, when I could work out, I'll go run around the neighborhood. It was kind of hard getting into gyms and stuff like that because of COVID and everything was closed. So I was doing more stuff in the yard or just, doing things, running up hills, stuff like that, just to make sure I could get back into it. It might not be as easy as it would be if I was working out, in the gym and stuff, but I knew as long as I did something, when I got back, it wouldn't be as hard.
You went to high school in Baton Rouge, Scotlandville High School. That city was hit hard by COVID. What were you trying to do, number one, to stay COVID free, but also to make sure that your family members were safe?
I actually had COVID. It was
Oh my
very
goodness.
hard. Yeah, it was very hard going through that whole process. I mean, because I wasn't really around nobody, don't know how I caught it, but that virus was definitely hard to fight off. But I did it. I did what I was supposed to do. I quarantined with the help of my mother. She helped, get me through everything because it definitely was hard. I didn't have to be in the hospital or nothing like that. But just being at home fighting the virus, it's just a process that I had to go through. But I did it, and now I'm back into playing basketball with my team.
So when people, say, "Oh, it's not that bad," what do you tell them?
It's bad. It's bad. Just for as you're breathing, you're just weak. You can't really do too much for yourself. Not having an appetite, chest hurting all the time. But I mean, what really helped me was just sleeping through it. And then once I could actually, when I wasn't positive with the virus, I had to work my way back into things like start, just taking a walk and getting my lungs back to what it's supposed to be.
For this year's team, stat-wise, what would be the one stat that will let everybody know that Grambling is back to their old winning ways?
I would say, honestly, assist. I think we have to be more passive towards each other and know what each other likes to do. So if I know if my teammate likes the ball or whatever she likes it, I can get it to her and we could just play more as a team. We got to get each other more involved. And I think we'll be more successful during it that way.
I couldn't let you go unless we talk about social justice. Your name is Justice. I know you were sick with COVID, but have you been watching? And what do you tell your teammates about being active in trying to get this nation to recognize social justice?
We definitely have to get out and vote. Our coaches They preach to us all the time. Make sure we register. Make sure we ready. You know, when the voting process comes. So that's just something that me and my team definitely are dedicated to doing this year. We're all going to get out and vote.
All right. Thank you so very much, and good luck to you this season.
Thank you.